Hello, folks. This is Tom Martin. This is my lottery strategy game, Decoding the Powerball. I'm picking my numbers for the drawing on November 4th, 2017. I have 7 strategies with my game, Decoding the Powerball. So, strategy number 1, the game card color code. Okay, so if you've never seen my videos before, what you're looking at is what I call the game card. This represents all 69 white ball numbers in the Powerball lottery. I really don't have anything for the Powerball itself. My goal is to get all 5 white balls correct and win the $2 million prize with the Power Play option. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to go to the Powerball homepage. And the 5 white numbers that just came up were the 3, 6, 19, 26, and 44. Okay, so basically what I do is I take those 5 white winning Powerball numbers and I put them at the top of this list, okay? And then I transfer the last 3 drawings of numbers over to the game card as red numbers. Then I did the same thing with orange, green, blue, and purple. I have 5 different colors, one to represent each one of the 5 white winning Powerball numbers. So for this drawing, I have 14 red, 12 orange, 16 green, 14 blue, and 13 purple numbers. Okay, so over to this far right, you can see this 175. That represents how many color code drawings I kept track of so far. And out of this 175, 94 has come up a 3-color combination. 66 has come up a 4-color combination. 13 has come up a 2-color combination. And only twice have all 5 colors come up. And never have just 1 color come up. Okay, so since hardly ever do all 5 colors come up, the strategy is try to guess which one of these colors won't be coming up and eliminate it from the game card. Okay, so for this drawing here, I'm gonna guess that no purple numbers will be coming up this drawing. And the reason why is because purple just had a run of 2 drawings here, okay? And that's usually what the purple does is it comes up like 1 or 2 drawings, maybe 3, and then it goes away, okay? So the reason why I'm taking this at 2 is because purple just had a run down here of 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? And down here a little bit further, it had a long run as well, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, okay? So now that it's hit 2 up here, my guess is just that it's not going to come up this drawing. Okay, so I'm going to eliminate the purple numbers off of the game card. So I'm going to scroll over here to the right. And I already have this all set up. Okay, so you can see that there's no purple numbers here. Okay, so when I block out a number like this, this means that I'm not even going to consider this number when I'm picking the 5 numbers that I think will be coming up. Okay, so it's off to the next strategy. Strategy number 2, the individual numbers. Okay, so what you're looking at is what I call the individual numbers. Okay, and how this works is up at the very top here. This is the master for all the individual numbers. Okay. And over here to the right are the 5 numbers that just came up. Again, it was the 3, 6, 19, 26, and 44. Okay, so basically what I do is I'm going to point out the 44 here, how it's purple. And you can see that the 44 is up here, and I mark it purple down here. Okay, that's because that 44 was purple. And again, the 44 was purple because of the color code. Okay, so again, how this works over here is this 4 means how many groups it hit. Okay, so there's 7 groups total. And I'm going to reduce this down so you can see all the groups. Okay, so it starts at the lowest, the group of 1 through 9. And then it's the teens, 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s. Again, for 7 groups. So, again, there's only 5 white winning Powerball numbers. So, 2 of these groups won't be able to have a winning Powerball number to it. Okay, so the strategy is try to guess which one of these groups won't have the winning Powerball number to it and eliminate it from the game card. Okay, so how this works and how I use this is this big square right here is good for 5 drawings. Okay, so you'll see throughout my whole system here, I like to keep track of every 5 drawings. And I do that because it shows me a majority of things. Okay, so here I can look back and I can see that the 60 numbers were really hot in this set of 5 drawings. They're pretty hot in this set of 5. In this set of 5, they're still pretty hot. Okay, and they've been hot for a while. Okay, so it missed here on this drawing. So I'm going to guess that it's going to miss a couple drawings in a row. So my guess is that no 60 numbers will be coming up this drawing. So I'm going to eliminate all the 60 numbers off of the game card. So I'll go back to the game card. And again, I'm just going to scroll to the right. And this is what the game card looks like so far. Again, with no purple numbers from the color code, and now no 60 numbers from the individual numbers. Okay, so it's off to the next strategy. Okay, strategy number 3, picking the numbers I hope will miss from group 1. Okay, so what you're looking at is what I call my group 1 numbers. Okay, so basically what I did is I took all the numbers and I divided them into 4 different groups and added color to it. Okay, so when the Powerballs come up, I mark down where they landed within this color code. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the Powerball homepage, and the winning numbers were 3, 6, 19, 26, and 44. Okay, so you can see that the 3's here in the red. Okay, the 19 shares the square with the 67. Okay, and I'll go over that in a second. And the 26. Okay, so 3 colors came up in the red area. Okay, 1 came up in the blue area, the 6. Okay, and 1 came up in the orange area, the 44. Okay, so none came up in the green area, so I put a 0 here. Okay, so the strategy is right now is try to guess where this 0 is going to come up. Okay, so I have 15 option cards here. Okay, so usually at the very minimum, out of all 15 of these option cards, there'll be at least 7 zeros to choose from. Okay, so last drawing, there was 14 zeros total, and there was 6 in the green area. Okay, so all these option cards look the same as far as red, blue, orange, and green. It's just that the numbers that they represent are different from each option card. Okay, so over here I keep track of how many zeros are total. Okay, so there was 6 in the green, there was 4 in the blue areas, 2 in the red, and 2 in the orange for a total of 14 zeros. Okay, last drawing there was 10, before that there was 19, before that there was 16. Okay, so as I go down you can see that this is the lowest one right here, 7. Okay, and the highest one is 22, and I forget where that is. Okay, so it's around here somewhere, but here's one that made it up to 20, and a couple of drawings ago was 19. Okay, so here within the green area, you can see that it has a single blue mark, single blue. Okay, and every once in a while it will double up like this. Okay, so for over here in this green area, there's been 16 of these single blue marks in a row. Okay, so I'm going to predict and I'm going to guess that there's going to be another blue mark right here. Okay, so I think there's going to be a lot of zeros within these green areas. Okay, at least, you know, since there hardly been, this is one that where it had 7, but mostly it's 5s. Okay, so my guess is that there's going to be a lot of blues here. Okay, I think between 8 and 9. Okay, so I think that more than half of the option cards for the green area will have a 0 to them. Okay, so for this drawing here, I'm going to guess at 5 of them. Okay, and the first one that I'm going to guess at is option card number 4. Okay, but I'm not going to go for the green one for this drawing here. I'm going to go with the orange one. Okay, and the reason why is because you can see that this row means that all the Powerballs landed within all four color groups. Okay, so when that happens, I call that a row. Okay, so usually after two rows, I mean, you can see over here, two, there's usually a miss somewhere. Okay, so since the orange area has hit 19 consecutive drawings in a row, I'm going to guess that that 0 will be right here at that orange area. Okay, so I'm going to eliminate the orange numbers off of the game card. Okay, so this is what the game card looks like so far. All right, you can see it has no purple numbers from the color code, no 60 numbers from the individual numbers, and now it has no orange numbers from option card number 4 in group 1. Okay, so I'm going to go back to group 1, and the next one I'm going to pick is this option card number 5, no green numbers. Okay, so I think there's going to be a lot of misses within the greens. Okay, so the reason why I'm picking this one is because it has a bunch of single zeros in a row here. Okay, so I think that this is going to double up. Okay, like over here. Okay, so I'm going to eliminate these green numbers off of the game card. Okay, so this is what the game card looks like so far. And I'm going to go back to group 1. And the next one I'm going to go for is option card number 7, no green numbers. Okay, so the reason why I'm picking this one is because you can see the double row here. Okay, so I think there's going to be a 0 among one of these. And since I think there's going to be a lot of green misses anyways, plus this one has 17 consecutive drawings in a row, I just think that it's due to miss. So I think there's going to be a blue mark right here, a 0. So I'm going to eliminate these green numbers off of the game card. Okay, so this is what the game card looks like so far. And I'm going to go back to group 1. Okay, so the next one I'm going to go with is number 9, the green areas. Okay, and the reason why I'm doing this one is because this one in the green area had 29 consecutive drawings in a row. Okay, and it's been a while since it had a 1 like this. Okay, so I'm just going to guess that since there's going to be, I think, a lot of green misses here, I think that this is a good opportunity to have a 0 right here. So I'm going to eliminate these green numbers off of the game card. Okay, so this is what the game card looks like so far. And I got one more. I'm going to go back to group 1. And the last one that I'm going to pick is option card 13, no green numbers. Okay, and the reason why is because this has hit 12 consecutive drawings in a row. So I just think that is due to miss. And I think there's going to be a lot of green areas that are going to have a 0 to it. So I think there's going to be a 0 right here. So I'm going to eliminate these green numbers off of the game card. Okay, so this is what the game card looks like so far. All right, so I'm all done with group 1. So now I'm off to the next strategy. Strategy number 4, picking the numbers I hope will miss from group 2. Okay, so this is what group 2 looks like. All right, so what you're looking at is what I call my group 2 numbers. All right, so much like group 1 where I divided things into 4 different groups, here I divided things into 8 different groups. Okay, so again, there's only 5 white winning Powerball numbers, so 3 of these groups won't be able to have a winning Powerball number to it. Okay, so the strategy is try to guess which one of these groups won't have the winning Powerball number to it and eliminate it from the game card. Okay, so basically how this works is I'm going to point out this red area here. Okay, I keep the stats for this red area down here, and I keep track of every 5 drawings. Okay, so a 0 means that none of the 5 white winning Powerball numbers landed in this red area. And a 2 means that 2 out of the 5 white winning Powerball numbers landed in this red area. Okay, so again, by keeping track of every 5 drawings, if there's 3 or more zeros or 3 or more misses, I color this blue for cold. If there's 3 or more hits, I color it red for hot. So over time, I can see what's been hot and what's been cold. Okay, so if it's been really hot over time, then well, eventually it's going to turn cold, or vice versa. Okay, so for this drawing here, the one that I'm going to go with, okay, is option card number 4, the yellow area. Okay, so all these look the same as well. Okay, over here is the yellow area. Okay, so you can see it's red, blue, orange, green, purple, brown, gray, yellow. And again, it looks like that for all 15 option cards. Okay, it's just that the numbers that they represent are a little bit different. All right, so for this one here, I'm going to eliminate the yellow numbers, which is the 65 to the 28 and the 61 to the 64. So I'm going to scroll over, and you can see what the game card looks like so far. Okay, so I'm really getting down there. And there's one more that I want to go with. Okay, and that's option card number 9, no brown numbers. Okay, so here's option card number 9. Here's the brown section right here, where I keep the stats. And you can see that I just think that there's going to be a 0 right here. Okay, so I'm going to eliminate those brown numbers off of the game card. So it's the 9, 20, 52. I think that's all that's left. 9, 20, 52. Okay, so you can see by doing that, I brought it down to 5 numbers here. Okay, so there's only 5 numbers left. All right, I'm looking for 5. And the numbers that are left are the 3, 16, 37, 42, and 43. Okay, so one more thing. I'm going to go off to the next strategy. Okay, and the strategy number 5 is the 50-50 picks. Okay, so basically what this looks like. Okay, so and what you're looking at is what I call the 50-50 picks. Okay, so again, there's only 5 white winning Powerball numbers. So there's going to be a majority to these numbers of either odd numbers or even numbers. Okay, so I kept track of all these. There's 217 drawings so far that I kept track of, and that's since October 7th, 2015. That's when the Powerball lottery went from 59 numbers to 69 numbers. Okay, so out of this 217, I mean, 108 have been the majority of odd numbers, and 109 have been the majority of even numbers. Okay, I also keep track of high and low. Okay, so the blue is the low numbers, red is in high. Okay, and out of 217 drawings, 108 have been the majority to the high side, and 109 have been the majority to the low side. Okay, so left and right, you can see that the left side has 105 drawings of majorities, and the right side has a little bit more at 112. Okay, so looking at this, I thought there was going to be more to the left side than to the right side. Okay, and the last one that I have is this blue and red area. Okay, and you can see that the red side has a lot more than the blue side, so I'm thinking that this blue is going to go on a run at some point. So for this drawing, I thought there would be more to the blue side than the red side. Okay, so this is the only thing I do have for the Powerball itself. Okay, the red numbers, there's 26 red numbers. So over here to the left side, blue means that it would be a low number, 1 to 13, and red means that it would be a high number, 14 to 26. Okay, and over on this side, red means that it's an odd number, and blue means that it's an even number. Okay, so just looking at this, you can see it with the last drawings here. The last 6 have been to the low side, okay, this blue. So lots of low numbers here. Okay, and over here, you can see that I have a run of even numbers, and the last one was an odd. Okay, so I think that for this drawing here, I think that this is going to be red, and I think that this is going to be red, which means that I think it's going to be a high odd number for the Powerball. Okay, so again, I thought there's going to be more to the blue area than the red area here. And for this left side, I thought there would be more to the left than the right. Okay, so as I go back to the game card here, okay, so you can see that the numbers that I have left are more to the left side and more to this blue area, which I like. Okay, so another thing too is for the individual numbers. Okay, so I keep track of how many groups they're hit. Okay, and the last 2 have been hitting 4 groups, and that comes up the most. Okay, so this last 5, you can see that there was lots of 3s here. Okay, and no 4s here, and hardly any 4s here. But as you go back through time, you can see that 4s usually come up the most. Okay, so I'm thinking that this is going to be another 4 as well, even before I pick those numbers. All right, so when I look at the game card, I can see that there's a 3, 16, 37, 42, 43, which equals 4 groups. So I like that. Okay, and as I look at the color code as well, okay, I'm going to go over to the color code. Okay, so you can see that the last drawing was a 3-color combination, okay, and then a 4, then a 3, then a 4, 2, 4. Okay, so a 3-color combination comes up more than half the time. Okay, so as I look at this, at the numbers that I think will come up, again, the 3 is red, 16 is blue, 37 is orange, 42 is orange, 43 is blue, which will give me a 3-color combination, which I like. Okay, so again, the numbers that I'm going to go with for this drawing are 3, 16, 37, 42, and 43. And I think the Powerball number will be a high odd number. Okay, folks, I'm always looking for people to play my game. So instead of charging a fee to play, I like to charge a commission for using my system. 1% if you get all 5 white balls correct. You can win. You can read the fine print, and if you're interested, you can email me at trm6776@gmail.com. All right, folks, I appreciate you watching, and best of luck with your picks.